Hello all, this is the block diagram of EFM32GG12 microcontroller. So what we are going to talk here is majorly about the energy management. Okay, so this is the section we are going to talk, and what we are actually trying to explain is how the internal regulator structure inside this EFM32GG12 is. So before going to this, if you are a beginner in MCU and you want to know what are all the different blocks in a microcontroller, and especially we talk about microcontrollers having internal regulators to give required voltages for the peripherals or any external use. Rather than using an external regulator, you can use the internal regulator itself. You can provide single input and generate the required voltages. So a very big advantage, right? So now considering that we are talking about EFM32GG12, you can generalize this to other microcontrollers where there are regulators, internal regulators. So this is the energy management unit, and you see here there are two main regulators here. Okay, so one is 5 volts regulator. So this particular 5 volts regulator is taking voltage from VREG input or VBus, which basically is like VBus is over USB or VREG input is the external power. Okay, and then it converts into 3.3 volts and provides output over VREG output. So this is a straightforward regulator which actually converts 5 to 3.3. And then there is a DC-DC converter inside, which basically is a switching converter, and it takes input over VREG VDD and gives output over the switching node VREG SW. Okay, this is where this output can be connected to your circuit wherever is required. And then internally there is one more regulator here, which actually takes the output of DC-DC converter and then provides to internal core and other sections. Okay, so this is not like exposed outside. What we have is a DC-DC output and then the VRIC. So these are the two major regulators. So if you consider other MCUs apart from EFM32GG12, there could be some other regulator structure, but basically what it does is there is a power section. Here we are calling it energy management section, and we actually provide we do voltage regulation or DC-DC conversion using these. Okay, so this is about the internal structure. Now let us go to the schematic of EFM32GG12 and see how it is implemented. So this is the MCU section of MCU power section of EFM32GG12 schematic. You can search for EFM32GG12 Giant Gecko schematic and you will get this. So here, the first thing that we were mentioning, right? There is a 5 volts input which is named as USB power in this symbol, and this goes and we get the output here. This will be given to the peripherals of the board. Like example, this is given to IOVDD here, and this is also given to AVDD. Okay, and this is also fed back to the DC regulator input, and we get VREG SW. So this is a DC-DC regulator section, and the output is VDC-DC, and this will be feeding to the DVDD section. So these are the basic loops. Now if we don't use this, okay, and we majorly use VMCU, okay, in that case this will be 3.3 volts input, and VDC DC could be 1.8 volt, okay, and then this will be fed to the DVDD. Okay, so we are in this case VMCU is powered externally. See, this actually 5 volts is powered externally. We get 3.3. Here we power with the 3.3 you get 1.8, and then you fed it to the DVDDD. So this is how the power distribution works inside the EFM32GG12, and how it is connected to various peripherals. So when you see here, VMC is connected to various peripherals, like IOVDD. So this works at 3.3 volts. AVDD, this is the analog. This works at 3.3 volts. So these major rails are connected at 3.3, and then this DC-DC regulator input. This particular regulator works in different modes. Like example, if you give only 1.8 volt here instead of 3.3, okay. So this particular regulator works in bypass mode, and directly 1.8 volt comes out, and this will be fed back. If you are not using this VMCU input, okay, these both, or if you are not using the internal regulator, you can short VREG VDD and DVDD directly and power the both of them. Okay, so several options depending on how you visualize your design, how you use the internal regulators, what are the loads that are present on VMCU. So you perform the power calculations. There are many things that has to be done in the background. That means at the system level, you need to draw a block of all the sections, and then you try to calculate the required power and assess whether internal regulator is enough or not, and or we have to use external regulator to power the VMCU. These decisions have to be taken in the respective designs. But overall, if you take any MCU irrespective of this EFM32 GG12 or any MCU from Silicon Labs or any MCU from other vendors, the way of connecting the peripherals from the internal regulator is almost the same. The names, the rails to be connected might vary, but the basic structure looks the same.